Hi friends, this is the 8th video tutorial into video lecture series on machine learning. So in earlier lecture we have seen about very basic prerequisite required for the machine learning programming. So we have started the lecture on a numerical Python library. So in our last lecture we have seen about how to create the array, how you can index those array, and how you can extract data from that array. So from the same library, let's see today what we are going to see. We are going to see about how you can do small operation on the top of this array. What are the different data manipulation you can do on the top of this array. There are a lot of statistical aspects of it also. So let's start it. So these are the topic I have decided for the today's lecture. Like we'll see about the basic operation on array multiplication or matrix multiplication, sorting, and how to find the sum, how to compute the minimum and maximum out of the array. So let's begin with one by one. So first of all, let's import numpy library. Okay, we have successfully imported it. Now basic operation means how you can add two arrays. So let's define one array. We have seen in last lecture how to create the array manually, like 2 comma 5 comma 3 comma 8. So this is a basic array. Now suppose we want to add just 5 into each and every element of this array. So just check, we have already added 2 plus 5 7, 5 plus 5 is 10. So just add 5 will take care of everything, and each and every element it will add 5. Suppose we want to subtract 2 out of each and every element of this array. So it has deleted, at least subtracted 2 out of each and every element of the array. So this way you can do basic operation on the top of array. Let's see how array manipulation you can do. So array manipulation, and there is a matrix multiplication. So array multiplication and matrix multiplication, there is a one difference. Array multiplication is nothing but element by element multiplication of each element, and matrix multiplication is our linear algebra way multiplication what you can do. So let's see about array multiplication. So suppose you have one more array, like we'll create 2 comma 6 comma 1 comma 2. Now we want to multiply each every element of A with every element of B. So 2 multiplied by 2 4, 5 multiplied by 6 is 30. So that's correct. Now let's see, this is all element by element multiplication. Let's see about the matrix multiplication. So matrix multiplication, let's define one array. We have yesterday seen how to construct array which is having all values will be same, and let's print it. And there is a one more braces are required. Okay, so it has generated a 3 cross 3 array which is having all values 1. Now suppose we want to do element by element multiplication of C with C, then it should produce exactly the same array, because 1 is multiplying with 1 in the same way. But now suppose we want to see matrix multiplication. So numpy has one method dot. So you can apply the dot method onto C array, and you multiply it with a C itself. So let's see what it will generate. It has generated 3 3 3. So this is nothing but the matrix multiplication, and this is nothing but the array multiplication. So array multiplication is a element by element multiplication. Okay, so let's see about the comparison operation. So we have already generated one array. Let's compare this array A and array B. So it has just a one element common inside it. All elements are uh, differ, so only one element is common. So ideally it should when we compare it, it is has given the first element as a true because it is a common, and remaining all elements are the false element. Okay, that's correct, that's working very fine. So let's go for the computing the sum. You can find even a minimum or a maximum out of it also. So let's define one. We have already A. Now suppose we want to find the sum of all element inside the array. So what you can do, we have one method like sum. So it has generated 18 for us, and we'll print we'll cross verify also. So 2 plus 5 plus 3 plus 8, that's correct, 18 actually. Now suppose we want to see the minimum of this array. So we have np dot min functions are there. Minimum, so minimum value is 2, so it should print 2. Correct, so it has printed the 2. Now suppose we want to find the maximum out of this array. It is 8, so correct. So this way you can find the summation of all elements inside the array. You can find a minimum or a maximum of this array. Let's go ahead and let's see. There is a one more is argument minimum and argument maximum. So suppose rather than maximum or minimum element, you want to find the place at which the maximum and minimum occurs. So let's print np arg max arg minimum. So the minimum element is 2, and 2 is occurring at a 0th index, so it should print 0. That's correct. Now suppose we want to find the maximum. So maximum is 8 here, and it is occurring at index 0 1 2 3, so it should be 3. Okay, correct, that's fine, that's so far so good. Let's see about the statistical computation. So there are a lot of statistical function already inbuilt inside this NumPy library. So let's do with our famous A array which we have generated. Now suppose we want to find the minimum of mean the average value of all elements inside this array. So what we can do, it is a 4.5. let's cross verify it. So we have a 2 plus 5 18, 18 divided by 4, it's correct, 4.5. Now suppose we want to find the standard deviation of this A, that is a 2.29. so far so good, it's working very fine. So this way you can do a lot of statistical manipulation also. Now let's see what is flattening and reshaping of the array. So for the flattening we need to create some array like 2-dimensional array, and flattening is nothing but you are scanning each and every element of this multi-dimensional array and put it into a single dimension. So let's create a 2-dimensional array. 1 comma 2 comma 3 into first row, 4 comma 5 comma 6 into second row. Okay, let's print it. Okay, correct. So far so good. Now suppose we want to flatten this array, so there is one method, ravel. Ravel is there, which is nothing but it will flatten the full array. So it has flattened the array and it has put it into the one dimension array from the two dimension array for us. Okay, now suppose we'll store it into some e variable, e array variable, and we want to reshape this array. So this is a 6 element are there total, and original array which we have, it is a 2 rows and a 3 column. Let's resize it to 3 rows and 2 columns. So let's apply this e reshape to 3 cross 2. Okay, so we have, that is nothing but the reshaping. We have already reshaped the array from 2 cross 3 to, we have ravel it, and from that flatten array we applied this reshaping function and we have converted into 3 rows 2 columns matrix. Okay, so this is flattening and reshaping. Let's see about the sorting. We have already the D array we have created. Now let's apply the sorting mechanism on the top of it. So NumPy has a sort function out of it. So sort, this data is already sorted, so I don't think we'll get any idea. So let us create some different variable which is having data in a non-sorted order. So let's see, I'll put it like 1 2 comma 0 comma 3. Okay, let's print it. So we have a 4 rows, 2 rows and a 4 columns array. Now suppose we want to apply this np dot sort into array f. Okay, so it has sorted the array across the full element. So we have a total 8 element, and all 8 element it has sorted, and it has again distributed into 2 rows and a 4 columns matrix. Now this is along the non any direction, but suppose we want to sort the array along just the columns only. So we need to provide x is 0, so along the first dimension. So what it will do, actually we have this original array, along the column only it will sort. So if we see this array, compare with this array with our current output, so 2 and 3 it has sorted, 0 and 1, then 3 and 6, it has no relation with the row. But now the same thing, suppose we want to do with the row. So we will need to supply the axis 1, so along the row dimension. So you can see this row it has sorted, and then you put it into the same row, -1 1 3 6, and the same way the second row 0 1 2 3 it has put it into same row. So these are all some of the basic data metrics and array related manipulation you can do on the top of this NumPy. Very fantastic array. It's a very fast and memory efficient way. So that's it for this lecture. We'll see about more prerequisite required for our machine learning coding stuff into subsequent lecture. I hope you enjoyed this video. Keep like, comment and subscribe it.